and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So if you're new, my name is Autumn. I have two little girls, Alani who is 5 and Emmy who is 3. And this is my Mockingbird Double Stroller 3-year update. We have had this stroller for 3 years and I figured this would be a good time to just update you guys on whether or not we use it still, if we do, what our thoughts are, and all of those things. I have done multiple Mockingbird videos. My first one was my unboxing and I've done a few since then. So if you missed any of those videos, make sure to check those as well. I will link those in the description. Make sure to use my code AUTUMN if you do purchase a stroller for a free cup holder. As I said, I've had the Mockingbird for 3 years. I purchased it when my first daughter was just about 2.5. And I hadn't had my second yet. And I honestly wish that I had purchased it sooner. I wish that I had had it longer with my first. And I think that is the biggest regret that I have with this stroller, which isn't bad at all. One of the things that I love about Mockingbird is their phenomenal customer service. They have great products, but their customer service is so great. As I mentioned, I purchased the stroller on my own. It wasn't given to me or anything like that. And as a customer, all of the experiences and interactions that I had with Mockingbird as a company, whenever I had any questions, were just phenomenal. And that just won me over completely. I've never really had too many problems with this stroller, but I will at least just mention things that I have mentioned in previous videos and that I've noticed over the 3 years. It's very clear that they listen to what their customers want and they make adjustments. There were some configurations I wasn't able to do if I was using the stroller with a car seat or the bassinet in a certain way, but there are so many configurations you can use now because they've made adjustments with the adapters, and I love that they just keep working on the stroller to make it better for parents. When I had originally purchased this double stroller, the carriage was a really big thing that sold me on it. And now the fact that it is a bassinet that you can use with a stand is just absolutely amazing. I wish that was available when Emmy was a baby because I would have used that like crazy. I loved the carriage. It was my absolute favorite part of the stroller. So I feel like they've only made it better by the fact that you can now use the bassinet with the stroller or in the stand. It's just so nice that it is safe for sleep and you don't have to disrupt your baby's sleep by moving them into something else. So again, I wish that was available when Emmy was little, but I am so glad that that is something that they have added. Another thing that's really exciting that I can't really use right now, this is not even stroller related, but it makes me so excited that they have a high chair. And if I was in the market for a high chair, I definitely would purchase it from Mockingbird because I just love the brand. And again, as I said, they really won me over as a customer. So that is something that I obviously don't need at this point. My girls are 5 and 3, but if that was something that was available back when I did need it, I would have definitely jumped on that one. Back to the stroller though, we do still use the Mockingbird stroller. We just don't use it as often as we used to. Over the summer, we took it with us to Hershey Park. I am so glad that we had it there. It was really great to have the riding board. I have talked about the riding board like crazy. I have a video where I talk more specifically about the riding board, how to attach it, all of those things. I love it. It is so phenomenal to have when you have a child that is Alani's age. Now, they recommend it for 3 and up. Alani is 5 at this point, and Emmy is 3. But Emmy does just fine sitting in the stroller, and honestly, a lot of times I prefer her to be contained. And Alani generally uses the riding board. It allows her to get off and move around when she wants to. It allows her to sit if she wants to. And we literally cannot go anywhere without the riding board, without a parent coming up to us or a grandparent coming up to us and asking us where we got it or commenting on the fact that they wish they had that when their kids were little. It is such a great feature, and it's really what has allowed us to continue using the stroller and for it to make sense for us to use the stroller with our girls' ages. Though we did take the stroller with us to Hershey, we did not take it with us to Disney. Now, I know that there are services where you can rent a stroller while you are on vacation. I think that that is a really great option. We didn't need a double stroller while we were there. There are some rides that Alani can do that Emmy couldn't, so we ended up having just 2 separate strollers so that we could go to different parts of the park and both girls could be in a stroller because that's a lot of walking for a little kid. and that worked out well for us. But if I was going to rent a stroller for an amusement park or anything like that, I definitely think the Mockingbird is a really great option for that. We generally don't take it on the plane with us anymore because of the Mockingbird's weight and the airline we normally travel with. We cannot take our stroller past the initial check-in. So when we check our bags, we also have to check our stroller because it's over the weight limit. I think that if you are hoping to use your stroller in the airport, that is definitely something you should consider. What airline do you normally travel? What is their stroller weight limit? And does the Mockingbird work for that? We definitely did not know that the first time we traveled with it, and we're really bummed to have to take it apart and store it before we got to our gate. But that goes for any stroller. Just make sure that you know what your airline's policies are and what the weight of your stroller is. Another place where we generally take our stroller is the Arboretum. We belong to a local Arboretum, and there are a lot of hills. My girls sometimes get tired, so having the stroller and the riding board just works out really well. I find that if something's driving distance and the girls are gonna have to walk a lot, I generally will grab the Mockingbird stroller for that. Whereas we don't really use it as much for vacations if we're flying, but that is something that we loved having when they were much younger. If you couldn't tell from my previous videos, I already love the Mockingbird stroller, and I think that the company has only improved since I purchased it. So if you're on the fence about getting it, I definitely think it is a great investment. Here we are 3 years later and we still use it. And if we had had this stroller when Alani was a baby, then we would have been using it for years more. I think it's a great stroller that grows with your family, and I always recommend it. Mockingbird is actually going to be having their first sale. So if you're watching this video around the time that it is going up, you can actually get $50 off of your stroller purchase. And if you use my code AUTUMN, you'll also get a free cup holder. As I've mentioned, I've had this stroller for a while, so if there are any questions that you have, please make sure to leave them in the comments and I will happily answer them, or check out any of my previous videos where I talk in depth about the Mockingbird stroller. And if you are not yet subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. I make educational, motherhood, and lifestyle videos. We also love traveling, so I generally bring my camera along so I can share where we go, as well as any tips for traveling with little kids. That's gonna be it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.